Welcome to My AI Live. Today is Wednesday, January 22nd. My AI Live, we're getting together every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for the My AI training. We're helping you learn the amazing My AI system. We're also helping you learn social media, what's working, what's not, changes in social media, and all of those kinds of things. So with that, today I want to talk to you about some upcoming changes that we are seeing. Leaders like Sarah Robbins, multi-million-dollar earner, having a conversation with her and finding some changes in the algorithm. And so the way Facebook is actually putting up posts. So I want to make sure to get this information to you. And we're going to start playing with some things, some different ways of being able to, of course, work within that. Because, of course, Facebook is, like she says, the jealous boyfriend that doesn't want you to go anywhere. So they not only want us there, but they don't want us leading somewhere else, right? And so links are being completely suppressed now. We already knew that, though. If you put a link in, hardly anybody's ever going to see your post. But one of the other things that she said that is really interesting in the conversation that I was like, wow, you know what? I think I've started seeing that is that the AI is now in Facebook. Facebook, of course, is always consuming the information that's going through it. Things that it dictates as a sales type post, it's now starting to suppress also, even though it does not have a link in it. Okay. So how do you get over that? We create more curiosity posts, right? And then when we want to talk about our product and things, we do it in the stories. Because in the stories, it works really, really well. So we talk about, I'm using my product in the stories, or this is what I'm doing, or this is what I'm, and all of that. In our algorithms on LinkedIn, uh, Instagram, and Facebook, all of them are changing to this. We focus on curiosity posts, curious of what we're doing, curious of talking about what works. And the one word drop that's working really well in social media right now is, drop collagen in the comments, and I'll tell you what I'm using, or drop collagen in there and I'll send you some info. That is working. But one of the things that she talked about that was really interesting is how Facebook is now using you responding to your friends' requests and messages in its overall view of who sees its post, who sees your posts, because they're looking at how active you are on the platform altogether. So let's make some curiosity posts. Let's talk a little bit about stories today. Let's have some fun with this, okay? And again, this comes from the people who are the top leaders in the industry. People will tell you other things like, oh, links are fine. No. People will say, show your product, talk about your business all the time. Squashed in the newsfeed. So, the results work, right? We're seeing these results, we're seeing what's working. And the things that we used to do a long time ago that did work a long time ago don't work today. And of course, the algorithm's ever going to be changing. Everything's going to be changing in this. And so we've made a commitment here at NowSite and, just my personal self, because I'm building my own business, to always make sure that we have the most up-to-date information that we can for you. So always make sure you're coming every Monday through Friday so we can make sure to give you that information as well, because we're building our businesses together, right? We're a team all together. And we are a family here. We want to make sure that everybody's successful. So with that, let's go ahead and get started today. So how would you do a curiosity post? One of the things that you could do is actually ask the AI to do it for you. See, one of the things that is really interesting is we think, oh, I have to know how to do this, or I have to know that, or all of these other things. We don't. Now, I will tell you this. As you continue to build on social media, you will get to the point where you're like, oh, I know what I want to write. And then you'll have more of the AI cleaning it up for you. But when you first start out, you're like, I don't know. I don't know what I want. That's okay. We got you covered, right? So wherever you are on the spectrum of building your business and social media, we have you covered. First, let's go over and I'm going to show you where you're going to find your replays at. You'll find your replays here at the official corporate NowSite group. The official corporate NowSite group is where you will find your replays. Okay. Now, you want to make sure you're a part of this. It's also going to tell you when your upcoming events are coming up. We do have a meeting tomorrow, so you do want to make sure that you have that, right? All right, next thing. If you're brand new and you don't know who I am, love to be friends with you. My name's Elizabeth Larson. I'm a personal and business transformation coach, teacher, trainer, author, speaker, and a professional network marketer. I've been building businesses online for a very long time. I started off over 10 years ago on the stages of essential oil company and absolutely love what I do. I have the same philosophy as Zig Ziglar. You help enough other people get what they want, you'll have what you want. So very easy to not focus on me because it's like if I focus on everybody else getting what they want, I will already have it. So I don't have to worry about that. And it's a great servant leadership way of doing things. Now, all of my posts are made, as with Steve's and everybody else's, were all made with the NowSite system. And so if you ever want to know, need an idea or something, feel free to come over here. And do a make it my own over here or whatever you want to do, right? And you just simply copy and paste it into the NowSite system. And then of course, that will help you with your post. Okay, now let's come over here to the NowSite system. Now remember there's three things, everything that we do, right? Now we want to post at least once a day, but we don't want to make a crappy post because a crappy post will actually hurt our algorithm on a day than a no post will. Now, what do I mean by a crappy post? I have nothing to say, so I'm going to tell people just to buy my product. Don't do that. Don't do that. First of all, if they know all about your product, they can go look it up on Google and then they don't even need you anyways. But secondly, who wants to watch a constant commercial, right? So we're going to post on social media. Here are the ones that the most typical ones that I use are caption and suggested image and long post and suggested image, even though I almost always use my own images, which are either selfies, pictures of me, pictures of events I'm at, pictures of things I'm doing. The reason for that is the reason I like these two, excuse me, is it gives me the ability to be able to be more free with playing with my post. If I use a selfie or AI or a caption my AI, it's going to be about that photo. Like that's what the post is about. I like to be a little artistic about it. I like to have a little bit of fun because I've learned with the AI that sometimes the idea I put in it, it ends up spitting out a better idea than what I originally had. And then the photo doesn't fit with it. And then I go find a different photo to use instead. Completely up to you how you do it, but I like it. I like to do this. So I'm going to use a caption and suggest an image. And the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say, write me a curiosity post about the new collagen I've been taking, period. Talk about it in first person as if I was speaking, period. Talk about how I cannot believe how soft my skin is, period. Talk about how I don't have to use as much moisturizer. Talk about I am so excited about this because I know the outside is also a representation of the inside, and I know that it's helping my joints and connective tissue, period. All right, so I'm going to be a little more techie in this one, just so you kind of get the point of it, right? So let's see what the AI can do. Now, here's something fun. You're going to be like, oh, well, you know it's going to work, Elizabeth, because you practiced this. No, actually, I never practice what I'm going to teach on, ever. Because I really want you to see the way the AI works, right? Because if I put something together for you, then it looks like boo, boo, boo. And if it doesn't go boo, boo, boo for you, then you're going, what's wrong? So if I just do it straight out, just like you would, then you guys see the real way that they're made. Are you guys okay with that? Okay. I think that's so much more helpful than the perfectly planned, everything put together. Oh, yeah. Because the other one I don't think is authentic. Okay, so we're going to write a curiosity post about the new collagen I've been taking. Now notice, now I should have said I don't want the name of the product or the name of the company in there, okay? I recently been trying a new collagen supplement and wow, I can't believe how soft my skin is. No more slathering on endless moisturizer, knowing it's nourishing my joints and connective tissues from the inside out is just, well, amazing. True beauty comes from within. Now, want to get some engagement? Everybody wants some engagement? Okay. Make your question, instead of, do you want to know what I'm using? Make it, what collagen are you using? Question mark. Let me know in the comments below, period. I'm so excited about this. Now, why would I do that? Why would I say, let me know what collagen you're using? Because then,
Engagement.
exactly, engagement, and I get a conversation about collagen. Now, my company does have collagen. I love my collagen. I really was this morning, like going like this, going, this feels wild. My face feels wow. And I mean, I was a little weird this morning. I mean, honestly, I was. That's why I came up with the post. I'm like, you know, but if I go on Facebook or Instagram or anything else, and I say, my collagen is the best and yours sucks, you should be using mine. That's not going to work out real well, right? Like, how many people here have collagen in your company? Couple of you, right? So if I go and tell you, Deborah, your collagen stinks, mine's better than yours, you're going to be like, what the heck? Like, right? You're not going to engage in that post. But if I ask you what you're using, you may say, hey, I'm using this one over here because I'm just talking about collagen, right? Another way to do an engagement type post that's not curiosity post is, hey, I've been hearing the benefits of collagen. What are your thoughts on it? Very easy to get engagement posts. Now, here's the thing. Anytime you're going to do a curiosity post, when you're going to say something in the ending to the effect of drop collagen to learn what I'm using, drop, class, drop reset to get my class, drop this to get this. Whenever you're going to do something like that, make sure you have at least 2 days of engagement posts before that. Because what happens when you do a question like the short text only post or the engagement posts first is Facebook sees all this engagement through the chat. It sees some of it going over into Messenger. It sees you're active. And then it says, oh, people like this. Her next post, his next post, let me serve it up to even more people. For those of you who have a creator account or a professional account, you'll see in your backend algorithm how it's showing more people, and it will show more people based on engagement. So that's why just putting our posts out there and stuff like that. Now, I do not recommend getting that engagement just from your team, like having a team group that we all comment on everybody's posts, because you will also affect the algorithm that you're going to see more of their posts and they'll see more of your posts instead of seeing the posts that you really need to be seeing, which is the people that you could actually sell to. Now, if you have no engagement at all, go for it. Go for it. At least it will get you up there a little bit, but that's not a long-term solution, right? We need people that we can actually sell our products to. So let's go back over here. So if I say something like, what collagen are you using? Let me know in the comments below. I'm so excited about this new concept. And what will be fun about saying something like this, well, people will be like, it's not a new concept. I've been using collagen for years. And then I get into a conversation like that too. Okay. So now, face right here, if you're talking about something that you're using, you're going to use a picture of your own self. So if you're talking about a face product, have like a picture of you using the product, have a picture of you drinking the product, have a picture of your skin, something like that. Now, let me show you one other way of doing something like this that would be more of an engagement post. Now, why is this curiosity? First of all, it's curiosity and some engagement because I never told anybody what I was using. Never said a word. And there will be people who say, well, what are you using? who aren't using any collagen at all. People will be like, well, what are you using? What is it? Okay, so let's come over here. When we come over here, I'm going to do one other. I'm going to do short text only posts this time. Short text only posts are best for engagement, not for selling. They're also great for notifying of things, but you're not going to get a lot of things by saying, I'm having a meeting at 4:00. Okay. It's like an announcement, public service announcement. We don't respond to the public service announcement on the TV, right? Well, we don't really on these either. But if I say, right, try this again. Write me a short post under 130 characters with no hashtags, asking the question, do you use collagen? Question mark. Thoughts? Question mark. Okay. Now I'm going to hit generate. When I hit generate, it's going to give me that short post. Now, these kinds of engagement short things are best for Facebook or LinkedIn. They don't work as well on Instagram. Instagram, you have to have more of a picture and a story, right? But both of these actually work pretty well on both Facebook and LinkedIn both. Okay. Collagen, a hidden gem for your skin or just another trend? Do you use it? Share your experiences. Now, I'm not going to use the word share your experiences because that's boring to me. Yay, Jennifer. This is my friend Jennifer. She just got married in Rome. Ah, I'm so happy for her. Okay. All right, collagen, a hidden gem for your skin or just another trend? Do you use it? Whoops. What are your thoughts? Now, first recommendation, spell correctly. Okay. Now, how am I going to get color to this? How am I going to do all of that? First, I'm going to take this out of here. Very first thing you do, if you see this little box right here, going to use the colored box, going to use a color in here. If I have under 130 characters, it will stay the color. If I do not, it will go white. Okay. There we go. Collagen, hidden gem for your skin or just another trend? Do you use it? What are your thoughts? Now I just have a conversation about collagen. So if the biggest new product on my market is collagen, which for some of you a couple years ago it was, it's still a topic of conversation. It could be that. GLP-1. Have you used an Ozempic? Did it scare you to try? That's another conversation for those of you who do GLP-1s, right? Many of you have natural GLP-1s. Some companies have the real GLP-1. That's another one. So now let me give you some things. You should have one what we're finding is working right now is one curiosity post per 10 posts that you do. Okay. One curiosity post per 10 that you do. The rest of them should be either engagement posts and lifestyle posts. Now, why lifestyle? Because Tony here, hi Tony, I'm so glad to see you on camera, honey. Tony Banner. Tony here is with a company, and let's say her and Deborah are in the same company. Okay. Why should I work with Deborah instead of Tony? If they're both just posting collagen, 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 why choose one than the other? But if I see Deborah talk about her beliefs and values, if I see her out talking about what she's doing that day, when I see her taking pictures of her kids or her family or grandkids, like Diane takes pictures of her grandkids and talks about the fun life. If I see pictures of Steve, at the beach, he's walking on the beach, he's enjoying the beach, he's doing videos from the beach, talking about his life. If I see lifestyle, I see their life, I feel more connected to them than the person who's just going collagen, 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 right? They're not, if here's the thing, if you're in network marketing, you're not just looking for people to buy your product. You're looking for the people who want to change their lifestyle. That's not just another $500 a month, although an extra $500 a month can change somebody's lifestyle. But a lot of those 500 a month people end up turning into $1,000 a month people, end up turning into $2,000 a month people, end up turning into $10,000 a month people. As their belief grows, they see their business grow, they keep going more and more, right? So what I want you to think about in all of this is, how can you showcase who you are, your beliefs and values? Keep it on the side that doesn't start throwing everybody in directions, though, because if you start getting too controversial, you'll lose people. I mean, unless that's part of your platform. That may be. Or talk show hosts, that's exactly what their platform is, okay? But what is the true message of your heart? How do you get that out there? Your values and belief, your lifestyle, what you're doing, who you do it with, your engagement post to start conversations. Throw some of those out first so you start building followers, building engagement, and your posts are seen to more people, and then do your curiosity posts. Now, last thing I want to cover is stories. One thing that we are finding in stories recently is that when we talk about the product and stories, that's actually working. Now, you may not use your product name. That's perfectly fine. But this collagen is helping me. You show yourself drinking your collagen, and then you start saying, I cannot believe the difference in my face. Or you do the before and after in there. Look at the difference right here. Like, any of those kinds of things. Showing yourself on the Zoom training. Leaders are always learning. Take a selfie right here. Like, you've got an opportunity right here. This doesn't even have to be your team, your business. You could go turn around like this and take a selfie and be like, learner. Real leaders are constantly learning. That could be your post. That could be a regular post. That could be your stories. Your stories are telling your people in a more intimate way what you're up to, what you're doing, giving value and things like that. But your news feed, you start doing it in there too much with the products and trying to sell all the time, it will kill your algorithm. The algorithm's changing. We need to get on board with it. So let's go ahead and do our post. We're going to take 5 minutes. Let's do a post. Let's do an engagement post. Let's ask a question. What question do you want to ask today? Danielle probably is going to ask something like, do you think people can really get 8 hours of sleep these days? What are your thoughts? Maybe that's the question. Then she starts talking about sleep. She has a sleep patch, by the way. She has a sleep patch. So that works great to go into that conversation. Deborah may say, how does your self-worth affect your results? What are your thoughts on that? Maybe that might be it, right? Diane can say, have you ever found a good recipe for tacos that really doesn't have a ton of calories in it? Thoughts? Help? Oh, you do that one. Trust me, I had 60 recipes for tacos. I just figured out how to make a pasta without gluten from scratch because I make all my stuff from scratch like that. I'm going to go make myself a low-carb lasagna today. Healthy, with vegetables and fun stuff. Yeah, Mike. Mike's going to move to California just because he wants my lasagna. And the ocean. All right, let's do 5 minutes. We're going to take questions during this time, and then I'd love to see your posts when you get done. All right, Diane. Oh, gotta unmute.
Sorry, I had to cough.
That's okay.
The eye drops are affecting my throat, and so in the morning it's a bit.
Okay.
My question is, so last week or a couple of days ago, I actually did a video outside to do with vitamin D and vitamins, etc.
Yeah.
And I so it's a I thought it's a really cool video myself, but I unfortunately came into the call a bit later because I had somebody on the phone. How do I start with this curiosity thing?
Well, first I'd go back to the replay because I can't go over the whole thing in the amount of time
Yeah.
that.
Okay. I will go and do
But
the
curiosity post is about talking about a subject of something without telling the person what you're using is essentially it. That
Okay.
is, it's talking about something without being specific of what you're using or how you're using it. And so what it should do is that when you write your post, if you're going to do a curiosity post, you write your post. At the end of it, read it read it disconnected from yourself and said, if I read this, would I want to know more? Would I want to know what they are using? Would I want to know what they're doing? If these answers no, keep playing with it. If the answer is yes, then post it out and see how your post does, because this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve if you've never done these things, right?
Okay.
And learning curves is okay. That's
Yeah.
what we do. We learn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm definitely gonna go through it. Thanks so much, Elizabeth.
You're welcome, honey. All right, Pamela.
So you mostly spoke about products for the curiosity post. What about services? How would you do a curiosity post for services?
So you recently had a testimonial post where you kind of talk about, or the person talks about what happened, and that, and I don't remember what the post was, but I go back to one of your testimonial posts that you recently did. I think it was a red background and it had way too many words for a red background. I think we talked about it, right?
Yes.
Go back to that post, and instead of asking, do you want to know about the service or something like that, you can either leave it with the question of, have you ever had this happen to you? Where you're not addressing what it was that you used as the service, because your service is Legal Shield, but you don't want to say
Mhm.
Legal Shield, because if you say that, then, everybody's whatever. You can either do that, or, and I'll bring a couple posts tomorrow for you guys so you get more clarity on this. But the other one is, if you want to learn how to make sure this doesn't happen to you, drop safe, or just drop safe to learn how to prevent this in your own life. That would be kind of the offer. But the curiosity is essentially talking about something without telling what it is.
Okay.
So Jessica Higdon did one recently that was really great for a medical service. So it was a service also. It gives you 24-hour urgent care. Okay. And from on a computer. And so she talked about how she woke up, her kid was crying in bed, sick, throwing up, how she couldn't get her child to stop throwing up. It was 3 a.m. She was trying to make the decision of whether to pack up everybody and take the kid to the urgent care or what to do. She remembered that she had the access to the service where she could get a doctor online from the computer instead of waking up Ray and everybody else to go do this. She went and got popped on the computer. She talked with the doctor. Doctor told her exactly the things to do. She went and did them. Within an hour, the baby was calmed down, and he wrote a prescription. The next day, she was able to pick up. I recommend getting one of these services. They're incredible. And if you want to know the one that I'm using, just drop me down below, and I'll be happy to send you out the info. You see how that went? Never said what it was. Said, hey, these things are important. Make sure you get one. Don't have one. You don't have one, then does that make sense? Okay. All right, let's go over to Pamela.
I just realized there's two Pamelas.
Oh, yes, there is. So Pamela.
Yes. So I hope I didn't answer out of turn this morning.
No,
when
it's so funny because I got to
when
remember.
Coach Mike called on Pamela.
Now I have two. So Pamela down there, I'll start calling my Dutch Diva because that's actually her nickname. So we've got Pamela, we have Dutch Diva.
So I just did a post through NowSite. All I asked it was do a curiosity post.
Okay.
So I wanted to get your opinion on what it came up with. I haven't posted it yet.
Okay.
And see if you
What
can
are-
help me tweak it. Do you want me to share my screen?
Well, we don't do shared screen sharing here as a rule.
Okay.
But why don't you copy it and put it in the
Okay.
chat here so everybody can look at it?
Oh, great. Okay. So, and I'm going to include a video with it of me with my horse, but,
Okay.
so let me see. I'm finding the chat. There it is. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Ever wondered what skincare and horse training have in common? Now, did everybody just kind of go, what? Did everybody just kind of go, what? Okay. All
Can you
right.
show that screen?
Oh, it's in the chat, honey.
Okay.
It's in the Zoom chat. They both require patience, dedication, and the right products. Just like I elevate my equine friends training I'm taking. I gotta put my glasses on. I'm sorry. Oh, there's words there. Okay. To a new
It
height.
sounds a little salesy to me, or it sounds
does.
too.
It
no.
does. And
Yeah.
here's the thing. What I would do is number one, ask it to rewrite it in first person as you if you were speaking it. That's one key right there. Okay. The second thing is ask it to not make it salesy. Put those two prompts in there and try it again, okay? And keep
Okay.
doing that.
Thank you.
And remember with the AI, everything is not just about training it, but it's also about knowing the prompts to use. So as you come, we're going to keep teaching you more and more new prompts. Now, in a moment here, my coach Mike is going to say, Elizabeth, it's time to wrap up because I have another meeting after this. And I have been bumping up against both of them without even so much of a break to go grab a water, which isn't healthy for me. So, do we have any other questions or anybody else that wants to share anything? I do have Vicky real quick that I'll share super quick as we get wrapped up, but trust me, if I go over, I've instructed Coach Mike to say Elizabeth, because he is my buddy here who is helping me out. So, what's the temperature like where you live? I bet it's either sizzling hot or chilling cold. Drop your numbers here. A little bit more conversational would be what's the temperature like where you live, and then your personal thing where I live. So who is there anybody in Pensacola? Anybody here in Pensacola, Destin, any of that area? Somebody said they got snow. Okay, so when you're going to do a weather post for a conversation, talk about your own weather. What's the temperature where you're at? Mine is, I woke up like Glenn, oh, you're in Canada. It's always cold. That's not going to work. Steve's in South Carolina. It's not supposed to snow there. He can say, what's your temperature? Oh my gosh, it snowed here in South Carolina, or reverse that, right? So whatever it is, you want to connect it to you, not just generic, right? Does that make sense? Okay. All right.
Little bit.
Yes, it's time, isn't it? I told
Yep.
him he's going to keep me on track. He is going to keep me on track. Okay, last post and then we're going to wrap up. Guys, I've been using collagen and my skin feels incredible. No more paper thin scaring. No more paper thin skin tearing at every bump. As a man, that was tough. Now true beauty shines from within. What collagen are you using? Drop your secrets in the comments. That's great. Another way to take that same post, Derek, would be, guys, I have to admit, I've actually been using collagen and my skin feels incredible. I know we think these things are only for women, but I have found that I now have no more paper thin skin at every bump. Do you use collagen? Hey guys, do you use collagen? What do you use? And I think I would go from the guy approach, Derek. And the reason I would do that is most guys don't do it. And so then you have a lot of great collagen conversations where you can sell collagen if your company sells collagen. Make sense? Okay. All right, we're gonna wrap up here. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific for My AI Live. Remember that to bring your questions, bring whatever kind of posts you need. We're going to start sharing more different types of posts now with what we're really realizing what the algorithms are doing. We're also going to get some more into video too. And I know that's going to scare you guys a little bit, but we've got to touch on it, right? Because video is doing really, really well. So we want to help you with that as well. So just keep staying tuned. Come back every Monday through Friday. We're here to help you build an incredible business and an incredible life. Okay. Feel free to unmute as you go and say bye. And I love you all. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey guys. Bye everyone.
Bye.